Hi everyone, this is Dennis here from Trades of the Week. I'm reporting live here from the north of Sweden, where we actually are skiing with my family for a week. But this is the beauty of trading and investing. You can do this from anywhere. Now, in today's version of Trades of the Week, we have some really exciting stuff to discuss. What is happening to Credit Suisse, the Swiss bank, and are they going bankrupt, or what is happening? And not only that, where is the safest place now with all this happening to keep your money? And more so, why are cryptocurrencies and gold going up like crazy? Well, in this version of Trades of the Week, you will find out. But before we dive into it, let me just say that you need to take control of your finances, and that is now. So how can you do that in the best way? Well, completely free of charge, you can become an insider today. You can join our exclusive Facebook group where you will get the trade of the week, the investment of the week. You will also get market updates live to you and be in a thriving community to get support on how you get started on your trading journey. You will even have courses on how you get started in a simple way. So make sure to press the link below and become an insider today. And with that being said, let's dive into it. So if we reflect on the previous week, what you will see is that we're going to start with the Buffalo section. If you're new here, what you will see is we're going to go through a couple of strategies. We're going to trade with stocks, and then we're going to invest into cryptos and invest into stocks. Those are the three type of strategies we're using. And with the Buffalo strategy, which is our trading strategy, what you will see, if we start with GIS, this is General Mills, we look for 3 bounces. So a pattern, and trading is all about probabilities. One thing is more likely to happen over another. So you see here we have 1 bounce, boom, we have 2 bounces. So now we have 3 bounces on this level here. And and sometimes it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So people are looking at this level for the stock then to come up, or the asset. So currently, you can see here we went up, and then it's hovering around 1% in profit at the moment, and we have put our stop loss at break even. The second one here is hovering around our entry price. So MPVR, or monolithic power systems, they are at the moment hovering a little bit on a loss for us. So if you do your research, you think this looks like an amazing opportunity, you can get in at a better price than we have. And then we're also in PEG, and we got stopped out here at 1% profit. So it's not that is a moo, right? So we made 1% of this. So for those of you who are new, when we're up 2% in profit, then we raise our stop loss to 1% profit to ensure we don't turn, you write this down, we don't want to turn a winning trade to a losing trade. So that is what this is all about. So 1% profit on the Buffalo here. So that is amazing. Now, we went into Netflix last week, and Netflix is currently hovering around a little bit in profit here. So do your research on that. And then with VRSN, went up yesterday as well, hovering a little bit in profit as well. So it's really good. And as you can see, we try to keep this red area at least, right? At least 1%, right? So that's 1% of our portfolio. So if you have $100,000, you're risking $1,000. But then the green area, as you can see here, should be 3 times as big. So for every $1 you risk, you can win 3. That is what we call a good reward risk ratio. And that is what trading is all about, the probabilities. So what is happening in the market then? Well, to really go through this quite quick, we had the CPI, the inflation numbers out last week, but those got overshadowed of the banking sector. And we learned last week that the Silicon Valley Bank and the HSBC, they actually bought the UK arm of that bank, but they struggle a lot because they invested a lot into tech startups and they're not getting the money back, so they're kind of defaulting a bit. And part of that was also the USDC story, which we're going to talk about in a moment. But basically, I think the big news here is, what are we going to do now when the banks are in trouble? Well, let me just put it this way. According to a survey made by the American Psychological Association, the APA, they found that 60% of people, they reported that money is a significant stress of their life. And the reason being because they have not learned how to invest properly. And I can tell you this much. that, and this is associated with mental health as well. There's more depressions, etc., than ever. And I know you thought that, and you can see that 22% more people, if you compare to 2018, 22% increase of health issues related, mental health issues related to money. So money is important, and it's time to take control of them, because as you can see with the banks, they might not just do it for you, and with the inflation we're seeing as well, it's just crazy. So we need to do everything we can to make sure you take control of your money, and a few ways to do this is: 1, learn how to trade and invest, right? That's what we're here for. And 2, make sure as well as you can buy physical gold, physical silver, but also cryptocurrencies, which will really be an amazing way for you to increase your wealth, to make sure you learn a skill that you can really use for the rest of your life, just 20 minutes a day. So the best way to do this and the fastest is to join our Investment Mastery, our I Am Insider Facebook group, so you can start learning the foundation to really get going. So, and it's only getting worse, right? It's only getting worse. For all the money printing, everything you're doing, it's only getting worse. But one opportunity I want to look at today is GM, that's General Motors. And you can see here that this is the same thing. It goes up and it goes down. We just take advantage of this volatility. So you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 bounces. So we're entering here on this bounce on the hope that now it will do exactly what it's done before, turn up and give us some profit. So hopefully that is exactly what's going to happen. But that's the one buffalo we're adding today. So we're seeing the markets rebounding a bit. The worries about the banking sector has gone down a bit, because Credit Suisse has been made an offer by another bank. They said that, well, you know what, we're gonna help you out, we're gonna buy you out, and it's the IBS bank, right? So I think that's gonna be really, really good. So therefore the markets are going up a little bit as a result. So this is very recent. Gold has gone up in value and cryptos has gone up in value as well. So looking at Bitcoin, just shot up like crazy now when the banks has gone down. And we can see here now that we are tapping into 28,000, which is really, really bullish. And in the shorter term, if we zoom out a little bit, it might well be that we might go down a little bit, right? We might go up a little bit further to this area here. And then around 30,000, we might have a little thing down here. So that's just called movement in the market, volatility. And then maybe further up, depending on what's happened. But if the banking situation escalates, I think it's very probable that cryptos might go even higher, right? Earlier rather than later. And the rest of the crypto market will come as well. So what's really cool here is there's a couple of news that's come out that we think are awesome. So one of them is that crypto.com, that's one of the exchanges, we invested down 85%. Can you believe that? It's down 90% at the moment. We're waiting for it to drop a little bit more before we enter one last time. But Crypto.com is a competitor to Coinbase and Binance. But basically, Dubai Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, the VARA, they have granted a license for Crypto.com in Dubai, which is great news. So we think this could be a good small cap to get into now as well. And also, speaking about good news, Microsoft, they are testing the Web3 wallet. And I think the message here is that either companies will adapt to the new technology or they will perish and die, basically. So I think it's just so important that the companies actually take on the blockchain, take on the cryptocurrency space. So it doesn't matter what we think about cryptocurrencies as a whole, but I think it's just important that the new technologies, the new innovation will always come, and the companies and people that are adapting, they're the ones that are really going to survive. And you probably heard about ChatGPT 4 that is coming out as well. If companies are not adapting to AI, they're going to be left behind. The same with Web3. And speaking about the banks as well, you see that the USDC depeg, some of you have heard about that, but what happened was they lost a peg. So one USDC is supposed to be worth $1, but they actually held in their reserves, they held 3.3 billion of those in Silicon Valley Bank. So the place that we thought were the safest place to keep cryptos was actually not the safest place, as you can imagine, because the bank basically went under. So what is the safest thing to do? Well, it is to diversify. Maybe have multiple banks accounts, so you're not relying to one bank, but also invest into cryptos and invest into stocks and learn how to trade and invest will be the answer. So once again, make sure you join the Facebook group before it's too late, and it's completely free of charge. So what are you investing into at the moment? So comment below, what are you investing into? It would be amazing to find out. We would love to help and support you on that journey as well. And what's really cool as well is that cryptos might be leaving the US, right? We've been talking about that a bit as well. And what's been so apparent is that US is making it really hard for cryptos to come in. And Marcus said this, that usually, if you're the greatest economy, you very kind of like, no new things. We got this, we know this, but what's happening is that what if the new places are coming through, like Hong Kong is accepting cryptos as well, and they're becoming a crypto hub, but US not so much, which is why Coinbase, the regulated crypto exchange in the US, are looking to get out of US. So they're actually looking to get out of there because it's so hard to really keep your business there. And Signature Bank has been in problem. That's a bank that was really crypto friendly in US. Now there's another bank, Flagstar, that's taking over the operations of Signature Bank, but they're removing the crypto part of it. Just another sign that US might be moving away for cryptos actually, rather than adopting it, but the rest of the world is. This might be negative news for the US. So Hong Kong might be that next crypto hub. They're really opening up their doors, and they have over 80 crypto-related companies that shown interest in Hong Kong since October 2022. And the government is really friendly to crypto as well, and might be taking up positions as the world's crypto hub, which is really cool. Even the Hong Kong government has allocated 50 million Hong Kong dollars to boost the Web3 sector as well. That's what we mean, but that's how you adopt a new technology. So that's really the news for the crypto space as well, and we believe we might have a pullback in cryptos, but the news are really bullish, and we think the market will continue higher in the medium to longer term. So we said this at $16,000, now it's at $28,000. It is time to start getting into cryptos. And one of the cryptos to be looking at, definitely crypto.com, but the other one is Cardano. Cardano is also down 84%. So we're using our CCA strategy when we get in at minus 20, minus 30, minus 40, minus 50, all the way down to minus 80%. Minus 90%. And Cardano is all the way down there at the moment. All the way down there. So that's the crypto we are looking at for sure. And there are a few that we want to avoid. Some of you might, we have positions in Helium, that's a HNT. And Helium has been really, really good. I think they've been working in the 5G space. However, what's happening now is that they are actually being delisted by Binance, among others. They're down 98%, right? They might be down for a reason. So because they're down this much, and one of the big reasons for this is that they're being delisted and they moved over from Ethereum to Solana, and the community did not like that. So we would not invest more right now. If you're holding Helium, we are going to keep holding it, but we're not buying anything more, basically. So it's one of the cryptos to avoid at this very moment. And let's move on to stocks quickly before we wrap up for today. And looking at a few companies we're in, there's not much to do. The market has been going up a little bit, but really been moving sideways. But we have one. We talked about PAS, and since gold and silver has really moved up, we're now setting a stop loss at plus 20% on PAS. So it's not a move yet. Might be soon, but not a move yet. So that's PAS, right? Putting 20% stop loss right there. And the one we're entering now is Newmount Corporation. They're heavily involved in the gold sector as well. So we think this is going to be a really strong company as well. And currently, from its high, it's down 45%. And you might argue with the rules that this here is the new high. But we're taking a little bit longer approach here because it did not go up enough for us to take profit on this. We're using this back here as our highest point. Currently down 45%. So we're entering at minus 45%, that's the first entry, and the next entry will be at minus 55% instead, so a little bit lower from this area. So that's the new company we're entering at the moment, because it is a very strong and good company. One sector they're really growing in is the gold mining sector. So we think it's a great time to get into this as well. And one company to avoid, except for the banking sector, but one company and one really important thing I want to mention here is this. This is Virgin Holding Orbit, right? Or Virgin Orbit Holdings. So this is part of the Virgin empire. But look at this here. A lot of people would see this and say, look, Dennis, this is down 95%. I'm going to get in. And the answer is no, because what is happening is that you see a company that is down this much. A lot of people see this and say, oh, look, it can go up so much, right? It can go up like a 2,000% if it just goes back to its high. But it's down for a reason, and they're actually close to insolvency. Their finances are really bad. This is probably going to carry on going down, if anything. So the lesson here is, don't just buy a company because it's down. Make sure you buy a company because it's a really good company. That is really how you need to think about this. So that's the company and also the banking sector we're avoiding at the moment. We're really focusing on gold. So that being said, let's now take a look at the results. So you can see here we made 1% this week on the Buffalo portfolio. We went up and hit our stop loss, or went down, hit our stop loss at plus 1% as a move, right? That's really good. But on VCA, CCA and small cap, the results are unchanged. So remember, the Buffalo is 73% on our entire portfolio. So if you started with 10,000, you have made $7,328 in profit. But with VCA, CCA and small cap, it's different. It's on the money invested. And currently, since we're in so many positions, a lot of them are down. We're actually in a little bit of losing positions on there at the moment. So we have running losing positions on there, but we know it's going to turn when the market turns as well. So before we wrap up for today, make sure, right, I hope I made that clear, but you need to take control of your finances. And the best way to do that is to join the I'm Insider, where you get the trade of the week, the investment of the week, and really get courses and materials so you can get started today for free. So press the link below and join us there. So I really hope you enjoyed Trades of the Week this week, and make sure you hit that like button if you enjoy what you're seeing, and also the subscribe button and the alarm bell to ensure that you get updated whenever there's something happening in the market, so we can support you in how you can take action and what could happen next. So we would love to help you to reach your financial goals, of course. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this edition of Trades of the Week, and myself, Investment Master, we wish you a great trading week, and we cannot wait to see you in next week's Trades of the Week.